Hiya, welcome to another UK Gravel Collective video. Not a ride video this time, more of a kit overview, and it's to do with bikepacking. Bikepacking seems to be the in thing at the moment, and I'm sure you're just as much in awe as me at these people who cycle around the world or go on multi-week trips carrying all their worldly goods, a tent, food, all their supplies. But in reality, most of us probably aren't going to do that all the time. Maybe once a year, twice a year, that sort of long trip, maybe even never. But what I like to do, and I think most people do, is what I like to call B&B bikepacking. So you're travelling between accommodation that's already been set up, such as a tent, a B&B, a room in a pub. So you don't really need to carry loads of kit, but what you do want is, when you get to wherever you're going, is your stuff to be nice and dry. So if you're taking your fluffy slippers and your smoking jacket and you want to sit in front of the open fire in the pub, you start off dry. So with that in mind, the lovely people at Lion Cycle sent me these Ortlieb Waterproof frame and seat pack, and these are claimed to be 100% waterproof. So I've been testing these for probably a month and a half. The first month was in very dry weather, so they didn't get much of a waterproof test, but since then we've had quite a lot of rain, and I can attest that these are 100% waterproof. So I'll give you a brief look at them. So this is the frame bag. This is fitted deliberately by me to a skinny steel frame, because it does say in the blurb that comes with it that it will fit tiny frames, and it does. It might not be aesthetically pleasing, but it does fit securely. These straps are movable. There's a number of points you can move them to, and they all cinch down with these little bungee straps. If you've got an aluminium frame, which is bound to be a lot fatter, or a carbon frame, it'll look a lot nicer, but it won't fit any less well, because it doesn't go anywhere. So this is the roll top version, which means that you can overstuff it if you're in an emergency situation and you've got a bag of chips in there or something. You could put it in there. It wouldn't be comfortable to ride, because if it sticks out it might catch your legs, but yeah, I've got that opportunity. The one thing it doesn't have is a zip, so this is not really a quick access bag. If you're riding along, you've got to unclip it all and unfurl it to grab something out of it. Ortlieb do one with a zip, which would be easier access. So you probably need a top tube bag or something if you wanted like a grab bag. So it unfolds. Currently I've got a cap, 2 levers, because everyone needs a spare lever just in case. Inner tube, multi-tool, keys. It takes a lot of stuff, and it is 100% waterproof. But what that means is, if you are standing in a rainstorm and you open this, it will fill with water, and because it's waterproof, the water's going to stay in there. So there are good bits and bad bits, but overall it's good. And when it does cinch down, it stays shut, and it doesn't actually catch your legs. I was a bit scared that it might, even on a wider frame that I've tried it on. It doesn't catch your legs, even in baggy shorts. Velcros the rest of the attachment points. When I originally saw this, I thought this roll top would be great for putting a baguette in. I haven't had the chance to do that yet, but I will do at some point. Now onto the seat post pack. This is a dropper friendly pack, although I'm not using a dropper today. I've got the Redshift shock post on. It does come with a little attachment for the upper part of your post, so obviously that's a smaller diameter than a normal post, which this strap then wraps around. which would go around like that. It attaches via the saddle rails with 2 clips, which I'll show you in a second how they work, and it's a roll end design. So we've got this strap to keep everything secure, which is very secure, and it rolls out. So it is quite big. I've got it cinched down because I haven't got a lot in it. I've got a jacket, obviously I've got a check shirt, some gloves, and a waterproof, but you could get a lot of stuff in it. I've tried to overload the back, so ruin the centre of gravity on it, and it doesn't wag about. It's really secure, and again, it's 100% waterproof. But what it does have is this little valve that you pull out, which then when you're rolling it up, it expels all the air from the bag, so you can then cinch it shut. I'm sorry about the wind noise. This is about as sheltered as I can get. This little bungee strap on the top is also really useful. The other day I was out, it was chucking down with rain, then it stopped and the sun came out, so I was overheating in my waterproof jacket. So instead of putting a wet waterproof jacket on the inside, I could just cinch it down on the top here, and helps it dry out and stops everything inside getting wet. And it clips down, these straps undo, and then you basically just pull them up and away it comes. So this attachment, this fits around the saddle rails and then clips down. There's a guide here that tells you how much weight they recommend you put in the bag depending on where it is on your saddle rail, but this is a fully adjustable, so really easy to put on and off. If you are going to a B&B, if you got all your kit in here, this will come off in seconds. So you could put your change of clothes or your valuables in this part. Stuff that needs to stay on the bike can stay on that one, and you can take this into your room or into the pub. And as you can see, also acts as a bit of an ass saver as well. So it'll keep your bottom dry as well as all the kit that's inside it. So there we are, Ortlieb Waterproof frame bag and seat pack. Thoroughly recommended it if you're not going on a long bikepacking journey, or even if you are commuting, because you could take your change of clothes, take this into the office or the factory, and it'd be secure if you're leaving the bike outside. So there we go, the Ortlieb Waterproof frame bag and seat pack. Also, I was scared that it might catch my legs when I was riding, but I've had no issues with that. It does work with a dropper post. Obviously, if you drop your post quite a way down and you get yourself right off the back, you will end up sitting on the top of the bag, which is a bit of a shock the first time you do it, but you soon get used to something touching your bottom whilst you're going down steep hills. So usually when I come out with the Ortlieb bags, it doesn't rain, but today, especially for the video, it has. So I've stopped for a cake. You can see that on the inside, apart from where I've opened it, it is completely dry. And even though this isn't a ride video, it wouldn't be a proper UK Gravel Collective video without cake. So this is today's. Happy Halloween. So there we go, a quick view on the Ortlieb Waterproof seat pack and frame bag. More details will be on ukgravelco.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share, like, tell everyone.